Welcome to episode 2. Let's talk about it. My name is Rob from Walk With Me Brother. This is the Walk With Me Brother podcast. You're listening to us as we dial into some of your questions we get on a weekly basis through our channels. As you know, next year I will be running and walking across America. So many feelings right now about doing this event next year. It's all self-funded. There is no actual event. It's something that we're creating from ourselves. We're creating a pure awareness there. We're also trying to obviously get together a community. You can check out our Walk With Me Brother podcast. We've had everything from doctors, therapists, UFC fighters, to spouses who have lost their partners through suicide. Every week we get together, we have a coffee, and we are just talking about their mental health experience. So if you haven't listened to it, check out the Walk With Me Brother podcast. One thing I want to make clear to everybody is that I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not trained a medical professional. I'm just a normal guy answering some of your questions. And I've found that, looking back over the years, I wish I had someone that I could probably ask more of a routine question to, someone who's been through it, someone who's experienced it. But if you're in need, my biggest advice would be to go and see a medical professional right now. So it's something that I do. As you know, I'm being pretty open. I've been on medication, prescription drugs. I have had ketamine infusion therapy. I see every week my therapist. So when I get asked a question, like, what if I mess up again? Honestly, I think about that more than I'd like to admit it. There are a lot of days, I wouldn't say every day, but there are a lot of days there where I do think about drinking again. Moments where I'd feel like what it would feel like to be off the edge again. Just a little bit, I don't know, like a sense of that have fun Rob again, like the kind of like crazy Rob again. Just what would it feel like? The thought of it doesn't really scare me anymore. It does remind me though that I'm still human. Being sober is without a doubt one of the hardest things, if not the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my whole life. Not because I missed the high, but because I feel everything now. The pain, the boredom, the doubt of loneliness, all of it really. I'd say there's no switch to turn off anymore. Messing up doesn't mean you're broken. Sometimes I would say temptation whispers me, just one won't hurt, but I know exactly where one leads to. It leads to shame, it will lead to silence, it will lead to lying, it will lead back to that version of me that I've tried to crawl away from. It doesn't erase your progress. It just shows you where the wound still is, really. When those thoughts come into my head now, I don't run from them. That's the first thing. I'm trying not to run away from them like I used to. Pause. Just breathe for a minute. Just find somewhere where you can just breathe. If you have to, reach out to somebody. I'm very fortunate that I've got a couple of friends also that are sober. One of my best friends has just celebrated a year. I've got friends who I've known for over 20 years who are sober. So I think if anything, I've got someone that I could reach out to if need be. And I have done. I have reached out to them. Change your space. I think the hardest thing for me is knowing where the temptations lie. So for me, like I don't want to go back there, but at the same time, I also want to be sociable. I don't want to become so much of a recluse that nobody ever sees me. And was I just built off alcohol since the age of 15, really? That's 30 years of constant alcohol abuse. So if you're thinking about you're going to mess up, that's the same question that I've got. So I don't think that question will ever go away. So if you're in that place right now and you're scared of messing up again, remember this. You don't have to be perfect to keep going. But you do have to keep choosing yourself to keep going. One day, one moment, and one breath at a time. Remember, brick by brick. Don't get too zoned into like how many days you've been sober, or what's this going to feel like for the next year, if I know how am I going to be next month if I've got to go to a social event. For everyone's messing up is different. I'm just giving you my story of what I think, how I will mess up again. You could be sobriety, it could be pornography, it could be cheating on somebody, it could be just reworking yourself, it could be trying to find a better job, it could be not hanging around with the dumb crowd that you kind of, not going back to the ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend. It could be a million things. I'm just giving you my perspective on sobriety for me, and that's my scary, I guess, my pain point, my fear is, what if I mess up again? And it's just interesting that I got asked a question on this, because it's something that I think about all the time. So one day at a time, hopefully that's kind of give you perspective, that's give you my thought analysis of, I'm not perfect, you're not perfect. Just take one day at a time. I've tried to share with you some little kind of examples there that hopefully help you. If this video helps you, drop a like. If it doesn't, then don't worry. Follow along for more. Every week I am responding to the questions that I get across in our comments or our social media, so feel free to drop a question before, a comment below, and yeah, follow us for more.